It's 2 in the morning. The light flickers through the trees, and my little heart won't sleep.
We are heading back to New Zealand right now, and Miranda Easten joins us all the way from the land of the long white cloud. Miranda, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell us about the Miranda Easten story and how and what got you started in music.
Well, I started with writing poems and songs at about the age of 8 or 9, and I used to write them in class and get in trouble for not paying attention to the other subjects and whatnot, and all of my spare time was spent sort of writing these songs and things, and I then went into choirs, dabbled with a few instruments, was terrible at piano, had a go at violin, which wasn't so good either, but then I discovered the guitar, and it kind of went from there. I could then put music to my poems that I'd written earlier, and I've just been writing ever since.
I was about to say, have you put anything out, like, as you just mentioned there, you're putting some music to your poems. So are there songs today, like if you were to sit down today, have you got a scrapbook of the old poems that you've kept that you could put music to today?
I do, and sometimes I use some old poetry, and I have been asked before, oh, well, how do you think of that? Like, that's a bit unusual, that lyric, and I said, I don't know, because it was so long ago, over 20 years, so I don't know why I wrote that. So it's cool. I have this scrapbook, and I have bits and bobs in there, and also folders lying around with lyrics, so I sometimes, if I'm not in the mood to write something new, I'll just find something from the past and see what I can do with it.
Well, the latest single at the moment is Cowboy Lullaby, so tell our listeners about that one.
So Cowboy Lullaby is a love song. Many of my songs are autobiographical. This one's sort of no exception. So I really wrote this from my heart. The song is about adoring someone. You're in a relationship and you really love someone and all the feelings it brings. So I really try to tap into that, and it's one of my favourite songs.
Oh, it's a nice song too, because we do hear a lot of songs about, grief and, the boy's left, or this has happened, or he was nasty to me, or whatever. And it is nice just to have a nice clean, hey, this is love.
Yeah, it is definitely love. It's definitely love. And it's true that the world is hurting, and there are a lot of people out there with broken hearts, and music can be very healing. And I think that's why we do get so many songs that are about people breaking up and whatnot. So it is nice to have the flip side there.
Well, we've only just started off 2020. We're only just into May now. May. Well, jumping ahead there to May. But let's jump ahead to the end of the year. What are you looking at to do for the rest of 2020?
So this is the first single on the album that I'm set to release in probably about 4 to 6 months. So I'll release all of the rest of the songs, and I have a few music videos planned, and I'm hoping to tour Australia. So that will be exciting for me. I've never been to Australia. I've been to America, and I've been beyond, but I haven't made it there, even though you're right next door. So I will make an effort, and I will tour, and it'll be great.
So if people are wanting to follow you, like particularly the Australians, when you do come out here, is Facebook, or have you got a website? What's the best way to keep a track of where you are?
Well, I have a website, which is mirandaeasten.com, and I keep that updated with sort of what I'm up to and shows and things like that. But I am also on Instagram and Facebook, and that's also just Miranda Easten, all one word. So I'm quite easy to find, and I do update those things regularly.
And that's Easten, E-A-S-T-E-N. We don't have the R at the end there. So if you
are
looking...
That's right, no R.
Yeah, so our Facebooking is just E-A-S-T-E-N.
It's been lovely to catch up with you tonight, and this is the latest single. It's called Cowboy Lullaby.